When NFL quarterbacks dropped back to pass in the late 2000s, there was one part of the field they avoided like a storm: Revis Island, a place where elite wide receivers disappeared and stats came to die. Darrelle Revis didn't just play cornerback, he dominated it. He was a technician, a tactician, and a nightmare for opposing offenses. In this video, we are diving into the rise, peak, and lasting legacy of one of the greatest shutdown corners the NFL has ever seen, Darrelle Revis. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Now let's get into it. Darrelle Revis grew up in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, a small town with a huge football legacy, producing stars such as Mike Ditka and Ty Law. Following in their footsteps, Revis dominated at the high school level before staying in-state to play at the University of Pittsburgh. At Pitt, Revis quickly became known for his lockdown coverage and electric playmaking. His signature moment came in a 2006 game against West Virginia, where he had a 73-yard punt return touchdown that put him on the national radar. By 2007, after a dominant college career and numerous individual accolades, NFL scouts were sold. In the 2007 NFL Draft, the New York Jets traded up to grab him with the 14th overall pick, and Revis wasted no time making his presence felt. Upon his entry into the NFL, Revis immediately established himself as one of the best DBs in the league. He went on to rack up 87 total tackles, 13 pass breakups, and quickly emerged as the Jets' most dependable cover man. After starting all 16 games as a rookie in 2007, PFF graded him as one of the top rookie defenders. His footwork, patience at the line of scrimmage, and ability to recover downfield gave the Jets a true number one corner from the start. By just his second season, Revis had already made his mark, starting every game, grabbing 5 interceptions, and racking up 16 passes defended. However, it was in year 3 that we saw him make the leap from good to generational. In 2009, he didn't just cover receivers, he blanketed future Hall of Famers and made quarterbacks regret throwing in his direction. It was the season Revis Island had arrived. That year, Revis recorded 6 interceptions, 31 passes defensed, and allowed a league-low 29.1 quarterback rating when targeted per PFF. What made it historic wasn't just the stats, it was who he shut down. Week after week, Revis was matched up one-on-one against some of the best receivers in football, and erased them. That season, he held Randy Moss to 58 yards in 2 games, Terrell Owens to 62 total yards, and limited Andre Johnson to under 35 yards, while also keeping Chad Ochocinco, Steve Smith, and Reggie Wayne all well below their season averages. Of the 111 passes thrown his way, Revis only allowed 41 completions and 3 touchdowns over the entire season. That dominance earned him the nickname Revis Island, a no-fly zone where elite receivers were left stranded. Although Charles Woodson won Defensive Player of the Year, many argued that Revis deserved it, not just for his stats, but for the freedom he gave Rex Ryan's defense to blitz and scheme creatively. The Jets rode that shutdown presence to back-to-back AFC Championship games in 2009 and 2010, further cementing Revis' status as the best corner in the league. But despite Revis' domination, it turned out that the island wasn't invincible. In 2012, Revis tore his ACL early in the season, which proved to be a pivotal moment in his career. The Jets, who were facing cap issues and unsure of his recovery, ultimately made the decision to trade him to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2013. Coming off a major injury, there was serious doubt surrounding his future. However, once in Tampa, Revis proved that he could still play at a high level. In his lone year with Tampa Bay, Revis played all 16 games, recording 11 passes defensed, 2 picks, and allowing just 1 touchdown, while holding opposing quarterbacks to a passer rating of 64.5, earning him a Pro Bowl nod for his efforts. Despite this, it was not an ideal situation for him, as he was forced to play in a scheme that didn't suit him. Revis had always thrived in man-to-man coverage, but Tampa often used zone, which limited his impact, and after just 1 season, Revis was released. Following his release from the Bucs came a twist that rocked Jets fans, when Revis announced he had signed with the New England Patriots in 2014, making his return to the AFC East. Now in a defense that let him do what he did best, press, trail, and erase, Revis looked like his old self, and went on to have a dominant season. Revis allowed just 41 completions all season, and surrendered only 2 touchdowns. His ability to stay in tight man coverage gave Bill Belichick the freedom to mix coverages and increase pressure, which contributed to the Pats jumping from 26th in passing yards allowed in 2013 to 9th in 2014. New England went on to finish the regular season at 12-4 before cruising through the playoffs en route to Revis' first Super Bowl appearance. After helping lead the Pats to a thrilling last-second victory over the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49, Revis finally acquired the one missing piece from his resume: a ring. Despite the success he enjoyed in New England, his tenure with the team would be short. After the Super Bowl, to the surprise of many, Revis returned to the Jets in 2015 after signing a massive 5-year, $70 million contract. Upon his return to New York, he went on to have another Pro Bowl season, recording 5 interceptions and helping turn the Jets defense into a top 5 unit. But by 2016, age and injuries began to take their toll, and it appeared that Revis had lost his step. Receivers he once dominated began to get separation, and opposing quarterbacks no longer feared throwing his direction as they once had during his prime. And by 2017, the Jets released him. He played a few final games with the Kansas City Chiefs before quietly stepping away from the game. Revis officially retired in 2018 and would later be inducted as a first-ballot Hall of Famer in 2023. Over 11 NFL seasons, Revis racked up 29 interceptions, 139 passes defensed, and 7 Pro Bowl appearances, while also being a first-team All-Pro 4 times and a Super Bowl champion. Across his career, he held opponents under a 55% completion rate and routinely shadowed top receivers without safety help, a task few corners in NFL history have consistently handled. However, it wasn't just his numbers. His impact was structural. Revis didn't just cover receivers, he removed them from the game plan, allowing defensive coordinators to build schemes around his ability to lock down one side of the field. Revis changed how teams played defense and how offenses game planned. For nearly a decade, Revis was the gold standard at corner, combining elite footwork, film study, and physicality in a way that few have replicated. During his time in the league, Darrelle Revis wasn't just a shutdown corner, he was the shutdown corner. And although he wasn't one to talk much, he didn't need to. He let his coverage do the talking. Revis was a true master of his craft and one of the greatest corners to ever play the game. On that note, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on Revis down below in the comments, and please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I truly appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.